your parents, right? And I feel bad, but like I said, what happens when you invite the second cousin to the party? What always happens to the parties when the extra kid comes? No one knows? They ruin it, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially when you say you can't come in. Now, that's even better. When somebody shows up at a party, you're like, you're not allowed in, my mom don't like you, I don't like you. What do? Call the cops, start fights, throwing bricks and everything else. Like, dude, just go home. But that's what's happening, and we don't say it. And everybody's a bad guy. What's up? I have to do problem number what? 6, 4,
4, 9.
4, 6, 9, ain't that? Will you get that thing out of here? Not really have hearing problems. What do you listen to anyway?
My cassette.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
My cassette player.
It's like clear.
He said that like so proud. Yo, that's like 30 years ago.
And
That's my point. Where would you get a cassette player now?
the store.
Why is cassette?
Why not?
What is it?
No, I'm not. I'm really asking you with digital music and everything else, kids, because I'll tell you, because I'll make you laugh. Because my kids have phones, iPhone XRs, everything. What I did buy them in their favorite gift this year were Polaroid cameras.
My sister got one.
They love them. My daughter went around, documented the whole thing like she was like 5 years old. Took pictures of everything, put it in her little scrapbook.
Because she's still FaceTime him and then some she's not
And you can
Wi-Fi,
track
so
the
it doesn't talk.
photos that you know wherever they are.
Yeah.
Like that's why.
Like people don't understand, a phone's not a phone anymore, a phone's in the system anymore. Yeah, it was buy one, get one free. You want me to say no?
Yeah, it was fine. I remember.
So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. No problem.
No.
I didn't take my attention out of doing my problem. You got that?
You're out of sync.
There goes these.
See, it's fun now because
No, who's missing? Do I gotta take 10 minutes? I'm tired. What? You be doing in class? I got work. I'm like you. Yeah, What? All right, 2 problems. 3?
4 problems. 4, 6, 7, and 9.
You are 4 problems. Hi, dude. Somebody.
That's all right.
I can do with you. Why? 60 practice. You don't drink again? No, they're normal when they're not medicated, especially when they're not. In fact, my senior year, I had to go out and get a script for They just want to call it a softball. You think your coach is gonna do that? Oh, you just struck out. Hold on, I gotta go watch my one video.
Yeah, she watches videos.
It's written in there on a guidance counselor and social worker actually sat down and said, this is a good idea. These are people who graduated from college. That's why I go on you guys' cases all the time.
That's no.
Because that's how the other half lives. You know what I really wanted to say to her, and I kept my mouth shut? What job would she be good for? Oh, you guys are female, so you wouldn't know.
Making.
Hold on, let me ask you someone. Hey, get that thing out here.
what the heck? You know,
Zed, when you go get a physical, what's the doctor do to you?
Check you out.
How do you check you out?
Oh, I already know. this.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good job for her.
It pretty much tickles you.
Like who? For who? Who'd you say?
Alright, can we?
Good job for who?
we-
A good job for who? Christina?
The people running around with the stress
What?
ball.
No, Mr. Suzuki.
Could you imagine that, Doctor? Doc, what kind of day you having? I'm having a terrible day. I'm leaving. I'll be back tomorrow. Fine up here. Am I okay? Am I okay? All right, 4. Ready?
Good job, Miss Cozy.
What? What I do, Zach?
Nothing, just keep talking.
Good idea.
4, 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12. Everybody, no one got an answer for this?
I did.
What answer do we get before I go through the whole problem?
Wait, I got an answer.
Everybody not get 9 answers for
Hey,
this?
did not get an answer.
I did.
I'll get. For what? For which one? I gotta finish your song.
All right, who originally asked me this question? I think it was Holly, right?
It was me.
All right, now, I'm gonna go through the way Holly did her problem, but you can do it different ways. All right, so you had 2 special points. The first one's the what? You had 2 points in this section, which were, what's the first one?
In center?
In center was the second one, I believe. And circumcenter, right? So to find my circumcenter, here's what we had. You got the thing in here?
Yeah, right here.
Circumcenter, I used a 3-wall of a triangle. No,
Angled bisector. No.
perpendicular bisectors. Now, what's so special about what's so special about that point? It's what?
The circumcenter.
It's a circumcenter, the 3 perpendicular bisectors about what to do on my triangle. It's
It tells
equidistant from the
vertices.
vertices.
I was gonna say sides.
So my in center were my angle bisectors. And what's so special about that point was it's equidistant from the
Sides.
side. That's what you have to memorize. The rest of it we can get away with because we know our algebra 1. Can you turn around and stop being fancy for a minute?
Yeah.
Because I'm acting like you now. I'm fancy now. Stop making me feel uncomfortable. I already got sexually harassed one time today, so.
Wait.
Yeah, one time. First period. I
Mr.
drove.
Suzuki, do you wanna talk about it?
What?
Do you wanna talk about it?
Yeah, hold on, here. Hold on, it's actually good, so that you guys know, because here's what people don't understand. And let's see if you see it my way, because this is where somebody could actually take the next level. And I would never do this because it just hurts the situation anyway. Girl walks in, she's having a bad day, opens the window, girl behind her shuts the window. Girl opens the window again. So I walk over and shut the window, because I tell you, don't touch my damn thermostat, right? She goes, F me. I was like, oh yeah, get out, because I wasn't gonna make a response to it. Now, I could write her up for what? Cursing? Or what would even be a bigger deal?
She wants to have sexual relations with her teacher.
Yes. No, not that way, but sexual what?
Harassment.
Harassment. Very good. Because anytime you make somebody feel uncomfortable in that way, it's sexual harassment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because you say something, like, it's like no big deal. It is, because I had that problem 2 years ago. Somebody took a Snapchat and drew a wiener on my head. And I got mad, and she didn't understand, I could take it next level and say it was sexual harassment if I really wanted to, and that goes when you wreck it forever. And I really don't want to push the issue, and mom and dad want to come in and tell me, oh man, I'm like, can you just please stop because it's as bad as it was? If you want me to push the issue, I will make it worse than what it is. And at that point, they just stopped. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that at some certain point. When somebody tells you to stop, you have to stop. And that girl didn't know what she said when she actually said it, so I don't want to take it and scream and yell and all that other happy stuff in the paperwork. So I just left that. Dad, she came back, she apologized, and said, I'll see you Friday. Have a bad day, you want to curse me out? Go ahead, just go sit in the office afterwards, that's fine. All right, so now, that's fine. No, it's serious when something like that happens, especially with you guys with the pictures and everything else. That's why I was so surprised when he pulled out cassette tape, because everything's digital music anymore. And if you listen to them, they have a certain sound on the tapes. Even better if you listen to an original vinyl record, they even sound even better because it fills in the gaps. So that's for my music people. All right, so I have to find two perpendicular bisectors to figure out where they intersect. So which perpendicular, because I want to get this done because we have another lesson to do. So which perpendicular bisectors did you find? Go from where to where? What perpendicular bisector did you find first?
I found a, wait, let me see if
The perpendicular bisector for?
A.
All right, AB. AB, I need a perpendicular bisector. So for a perpendicular bisector, I need the what? The midpoint and the slope. So for AB, I need what? The midpoint. So my midpoint, make sure my numbers are right. So I'm gonna follow along with what she does. So from my midpoint, it looks like it's 4 plus 14 divided by 2, and 12 plus 6 divided by 2. So I want to with 18 over 2, and then 18 over 2? So I want to with 9, 9?
Yep.
All right, 9, 9. So now I need to slope the line segment AB, because I need the opposite reciprocal. So my slope of AB, y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So I'll do 12 minus 6 over top of 4 minus 14. So I want to 6 over negative 10, which is negative, what, 3/5? All right, so to find the equation of that perpendicular bisector, I'm going to use the slope of 5/3 and a 0.99. So now I find the equation of the line. So y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So I point slope of the equation. I'm going to leave it like that right now because there's no reason to change these things around. So that's my perpendicular bisector for a line segment AB. So now you need another one. What other segment did you pick now?
What is it? BC.
All right, BC. So now I need the perpendicular bisector for BC. So I'll go back and I'll do the same thing. I'm just going to change this because I have my equation, so I don't need this work anymore. Get rid of it. So the first thing I need is my midpoint of, what'd you say, BC? So it's 14 minus 6 divided by 2, and then 6 plus 3 divided by 2. So it looks like my midpoint is 8 over 2, and 8 over 2 again. So I want over 2 or 4. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, so now I need the slope going from what? B to C. And I always write it so I don't make a mistake. So my slope, I'll go from right to left. So 6 minus 2 over top of 14 minus the negative 6. So I want to put 4 over top of, what's 14 minus the negative 6? 20. So that's 2/5. So I need the opposite reciprocal, which is?
1/5.
Oh, my fault, 1/5. So I need my opposite reciprocal, which is negative 5. So the equation of that line would be y minus 4, the same as negative 5 times x minus 4. Are they the two equations you had?
Yeah.
All right. So now, 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Now you go back to what Dr. Donner taught you, or I taught you, I don't care. Which way you want to solve them? Which way did you try to solve them?
I tried to
Substitute in, so you both solve them both for y?
Yeah.
I said first equation, y minus 9 equals 5/3 of x minus 3 goes into 9 3 times 5 is 15, so that's minus 15. I bring the 9 over, y equals 5/3 of x. What's negative 15 plus 9? Minus 6. So my second equation I have y minus 4 equals negative 5x plus 20. So I'll bring the negative 4 over. So y should have to be negative 5x plus 24. So now what do I do with those two equations? Set them equal to each other. So 5/3 of x minus 6 equals negative 5x plus 24. Do we like fractions or we don't like fractions, Holly?
You don't.
We don't? All right, so what's 5 plus 5/3? 5 and 5/3. Improper fraction would be what? 20/3. That's 20/3 of x. Bring the 6 over, you get what? 30. So multiply both sides by what? 3 over 20. 3 over 20. Get rid of the zeros. You want to know with what? X turns out to be 9/2. And you plug that back in this cell for y. Does it make a difference which one I plug it into? I think this one would be easier, right?
Yes.
So y turns out to be negative 5 times 9/2 plus 24. So negative 5 times 9 is what? Negative 45/2 plus 24. What the hell is that? 3/2? Anybody get anything different? I don't care which two I use, I should wind up at that same point no matter what. You taking today off?
No.
You're just observing? SpongeBob. Turn around. What's the other one? Did you do your homework?
Me? 6.
Me? Number what?
6.
What about 6? Now 6. Hold on, anybody get an answer for 6? Wrong.
Yes.
Go ahead, even tell me why you have an answer.
Because I did it wrong.
Hey, why?
Because I did the problem.
And how'd you do it? Come on, little Weinstein.
Okay, explain it.
Always whining about everything.
Okay.
I always see little Einstein's fight the Wonder
You have to substitute the stuff in.
Fight the what?
Wonder Pets.
No.
What about the
Oh my
one
God,
that
did you
goes
do
on
it?
the pets rolling
It's like the
on
real
way?
like pets that are like.
You started seeing that last class too.
Can we listen to the theme song? It's pretty dang.
What you looking away for? You alright? Yes, you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright. I'm sorry. From what? Partying all night?
Yeah.
Good.
She's a big party.
Alright, problem 6. I don't like that problem. And the reason why I don't is,
Oh, yeah.
no, if you look at the problem itself, what is GE, GC, and GD? What are they? How'd you know? Because this is why you break up with
Us
people.
are all right.
Oh, well, no, why? Because it's doing my hurt feelings. You smell, you gotta floss your teeth.
They all are right.
Oh.
Nice. And we're all gonna fight over the same guy, the one guy in the school with all this teeth. Anyway, go ahead. They're what?
All right.
No.
No.
What are they? We just talked about this too.
Oh, the perpendicular bisectors.
How do you know they're perpendicular bisectors?
Because they're right angles.
Yeah, but if they're perpendicular bisectors, they have to do two things. They have to be perpendicular and they have to do what? Bisect. Do I know in any of them? I'll pick one side. Look at J. Do I know JC is the same as CL? If I just look at that triangle, I know what a perpendicular bisector is. Here's the picture I'm asking, because you guys have to get good at this also. JCL, and here's my C, right? That's the triangle I'm looking at. How do I know GC? Do I got your desk all the way around? I will.
No.
Good, but she can't turn around either. Right? How do I know GC is a perpendicular bisector? Can I show the triangle? Remember, can I show the triangle on the left and the one on the right are the same?
Yeah,
How? Which of the 5 ways?
so it's a 90-degree angle.
Okay, you got a 90-degree angle. Very good.
Yes.
Side angle, side.
How do you know?
You don't.
Do they give you enough information to do that? The only one I can see is hypotenuse leg. But can I say my hypotenuses are the same here?
No.
No. So do I know, look,
Matt Brown is back.
Just say hi.
He's too shy to talk.
You guys a cat fight tonight?
no,
Yes.
Yeah.
really?
No,
It was
I
really
was
funny.
I was there.
Did you
for it.
see it?
Yeah,
Tell us about
because
it.
I was coming out of gym. So Hannah Howard was like, sorry, no names, was at the.
We already know.
Yeah, was already office.
Oh, she has an 8, right?
Yeah,
For what?
fighting, because she's like really.
Very good. So did her 8 do her job?
Yeah, she like held her back, so they were like screaming at each
She
other.
just got
So
punched
she,
inside the head.
so she like pushed her.
Racist.
Yes.
Have you seen a Muslim lady?
Oh
Nowadays, right? In the United States, you hit a Muslim lady.
Yeah.
Well, listen, here's my thing.
gosh.
Yeah, because you guys are smart enough. Katie, I don't know, Katie, you guys pay attention, listen. If we have somebody in the school who needs an aid because they can't control themselves, do you think they should be in the general population?
No.
Hold on, seriously.
She's
I'm not
stealing
kidding.
stuff.
She literally
That's
busted.
Cheryl's girl.
What? See, hold on.
Fell on a knife that she brought to school.
Now, hold on. So,
That was pretty funny.
listen, you guys are, I say this all the time. You're the doctors, the lawyers, you're going to be the police officers of the world, right? You're the cream of the crop. We're spending more money on that girl that can't walk down the hallway without punching somebody than you guys. Where, we just had this discussion when you guys walked in. Where's the logic in that argument?
No.
If you have 2 cars, you have a brand new car and you have a whole hoopty. So you're gonna put all the money into the hoopty, right? So you can sit in the driveway with a $5,000 stereo and just bump all day long, right? Right? Do you see the flaw in our logic now, we're trying to help everybody in the world out?
Yeah.
That goes back to the original argument we had. With the,
Can you just start?
what?
Or no car.
But I retold the story. It was getting good.
Why, we heard it already, I
No,
already.
I didn't. Tell. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this way you can cry about your grade.
My grade's good.
It was. Go ahead.
Still good.
Make you cry.
So Hannah was standing by the office and her aide was like holding her back and stuff, but then, I think Hannah like screamed, she was like, don't have to look at me. And then Ava looked back at her and Hannah literally booked it down the hallway. And her aide, it's Carla, and her aide started chasing her. And Hannah like jumped on them and just.
Wait, so
Yeah, and
she-
Nicole
she-
something, I don't know.
Michael.
Wait,
Yeah.
so she got into a fight with her because she looked at her.
Yeah, they were
No,
screaming at each
It
other after she
started
did that.
yesterday, which they didn't stop it and they should have.
Wait, what
I
happened?
heard that yesterday, it was between Rachel and Sienna.
Yes.
Who were? Rachel Hawthorne.
Oh, really?
Listen, here's why I have to, this is why I keep filling you in with these stories, because I don't want you guys getting caught up. Please no more names. Here's what happened. Girl texts somebody, right? The girl responds, the girl who responded got caught. The girl said, I want to fight you outside school. The girl walks up to her door in school and says, you want to fight? Where we at now? I'm right in front of you now. That girl got suspended, but the girl who walked down the hallway, elbowing kids out of their way, who got reported for it, had nothing done to them. Because they scared of mom and dad and everything else screaming and yelling. Yo, let me fill you in. If mom and dad think they're going to sue, they got $10,000 extra, just give me 5 of it and I'll call it a day. Like, who's got 10 grand in 3 years to prove a freaking point? They're pointless anyway. It has no dimension. What are you proving? Okay, you're right. You want me to write it down? You want a smiley face? You want a sticker? But this started yesterday when they didn't want to hold the line and deal with the original problem with the girl walking down the hallway and wants to be a tough guy elbowing other people. Because that girl got elbowed, went down to the principal and said, this girl touched me. If she used the proper language, that girl would have been thrown out. I don't feel safe and she's bullying me. That would have got that girl thrown out. Just like I brought up the sexual harassment, people don't think things through. If you want to know certain things and get things done around here, no. Guys, you rude again. You have to use the proper terminology. You don't want your story now?
Yeah.
So the crazy girl who has an A went around punching and scratching people today.
She literally like ran down the hallway.
Yeah, I know, and my original point is this. I understand about people and their rights and stuff, but we have a lot of people around here that could use that extra money in health and services instead of the girl who doesn't want to be here. So what are we doing when you do that? Because this is a reason class, you gotta reason things through. You're feeding seagulls. What's my famous quote? You feed seagulls, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna get pooped on.
Yeah, you're gonna get pooped on, right? That's exactly what happens. Very good. Tell your mom she's awesome.
This is gonna poke you on the coconut.
Ew.
I don't know how I feel about that comment. I don't want my seagull. Did you just sexually harass me? Because I don't know, people say stuff all the time, I'm just like, you like I have old timers, I don't feel like looking up everything. Because my other kid was screaming goofing across my classroom until I looked it up.
What?
Goofing.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
Google it when you go home. It's like- No. No.
It's like a big.
Somebody drugs in your butt or something like that. Just so you guys know, here's the other thing you guys did for me. I cannot walk in the Wawa anymore and look at these girls.
Cheese girl.
You didn't know what that was?
Yeah, it's their little.
Cheese girl someone?
No, when you're
Wow, those are ruined for me.
That will get you in a lot of trouble because that doesn't be great.
And when your credit card's on.
All right, enough. Put it away.
According to this.
Don't say
I
it,
feel
please.
familiar.
Please.
Say it. Please do not say it.
What did you look it up on your phone?
Hey, put it on your Instagram.
Dude, I thought it was really.
Wait, what is it?
Now, one more. Come on, man, I gotta work. Number 9. What's the last come from G to T? What kind of famous triangle is it? No. Right triangle. 5, 12, 13. So GT is 5. So set x minus 3 equal to 5. So it should turn out to be 8.
I know what you described.
What was the answer to 6?
6 you cannot do. Because technically, look, they do not tell me they are perpendicular bisectors, so I cannot do it.
I'm gonna use that.
All right, I actually had the answers up. Use a rotary sprinkler to water a triangle log. Explain how locate a sprinkler. Same distance from each side of the triangular log. You have 2 points. The circumcenter. Why is that funny? Come on, Molly, I just got the back on track.
Mama, you're so inappropriate.
It's the circumcenter.
Stop.
You feel better now? Do you feel better now? Go put the earbuds in. Explain. Come on, man, I gotta work. Yo, let's get down more homework you have. I don't care. Yo, leave Molly alone. Molly will be like a nun or something. Leave her alone. Protect Molly.
Molly is none.
I need one of them. Thomas kids. No, I heard his question. No, 7.
She said that would be fun.
Explain how. Come on, man, I don't want to yell at you today. Explain how to locate sprinkler. Same distance from each side of triangular lawn. Your circumcenter uses your perpendicular bisectors. Your incenter uses your angle bisectors. And what we said in the beginning of the lesson. You ready? What's so special about your circumcenter? That's equidistant from the vertices. Incenter is equidistant from the sides. So if you look at the triangle, explain how to locate sprinkler. Same distance from each side of triangular log. You would find the what? In center, because you want equidistant from the sides. So for B, explain how locating sprinklers same distance from the vertex. You would find the what? Circumcenter. In this case, it says which one would be closer? Which is closer to the vertex B? The in-center or circumcenter? Explain to me why that's funny.
You're gonna yell at her if she goes.
Apparently Molly's not Jewish or of the Jewish faith and hasn't been to a brisk lately. But you can watch South Park and see what they're all about. So, Molly, why is that funny? No, I want Molly to explain it because I don't want her to defend it. Why is that funny? Why is that word circumcision? Hold on. Watch this. I'll get one better. Watch, ready? Balls. Hey! Whoa!
I thought we were naming all things that were related.
No!
I didn't say it.
Yes, you did!
I didn't say penis.
Yes, you did!
It was her.
No, it wasn't. Cora would never say something like that.
I don't know what to do, guys.
This is not health class.
Could have been a lot worse.
We're not talking about body parts.
Can I tell you why circumcision is really funny?
Yes, yeah.
What?
Because it
No,
has
Hold on, I gotta calm down.
ASMR.
Does anybody want to eat while you're there?
That's what I think.
What?
No. That's
And then they put her on time medication.
I'm concerned.
And she wonders why she's
No, I
tired.
believe that's so cool.
All right, let's look at homework.
Did you guys vote?
I'm gonna punch them in the face.
With their eyes closed,
We got to do so much homework.
Wait, no, wait,
Is that your,
No.
is that your son?
I've never gotten behind my life.
Good for you. Keep it that way.
I love it.
You guys do what your son did with Bonnie?
I couldn't.
That's so
I would always feel bad because I would have, if you didn't do it.
British people don't do it.
I can't do that here.
Jewish people don't.
That's okay.
Yeah, Sophia, you're Jewish,
Yeah, but
right?
then again, what you guys have now is not what I
You have like a
I feel is
bar or
very
whatever
different.
it's
I
called.
mean, you guys have so
Like,
much.
kiss your brother.
And the best way I can explain it is, when your parents, it's like, shut alcohol compared to a glass of wine. One has more alcohol than the other, even though it's smaller. So nowadays, there's so much THC.
I don't even want to.
All right, take any notebook. All right.
If you're Jewish, it happens at the bar.
The breast.
No, I know, but like I saw that.
That's a big open.
Put it this way. I can't really I looked at everything.
43 man.
That's why I thought I can't believe you listened to that phrase. I
Google it. It's for healthy reasons.
There, she stays close.
Now you have another instinct in the world. I'm going home after this and crawl under the covers. Hold on, does anybody not have my notes?
I know.
No one
I'll
does.
start copying a lot here.
She's crazy. I know.
Let's go,
Can you?
Whatever you're thinking, it's.
I have a notebook. You can write anything you want. Come on, you got 3 minutes to copy this down. I gotta work.
Hurry up.
Can I be other people?
I'm not like this hang out with you.
I know you.
Well, they were my first best on my Tell me that question too.
Could you imagine me trying to?
One day, can I come?
No.
Going for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Step up for
I'm gonna come in fourth period during senior break.
Keep your notebook out. Come on, Matt Brown.
Matt
I'll say
Brown, I miss
when I
it.
go to see.
They're supposed to, they do a text.
So don't worry, the girl who freaked out today is already at home, so.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are here. And her age 100 and lost in the hallway because she got hit inside of the head. Hey, you can't be beating up Muslim people now in the United States.
Yeah, you got like
Obama.
You're the change.
it's not too
Hold
hard.
on.
We're gonna make your house go boom.
What?
She just said go Obama, so you can't be saying that stuff.
Who said that?
I don't know who said that.
Ask her. She's actually kind of funny. Christine. Look at her. She's very smart. She just doesn't want to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Look at her. She's always smiling and giggling.
Is that her name?
Probably on that good then.
Yes. Well, you can't be saying that stuff.
If you're going to do it,
You should have watched that age trying plow through kids to chase that girl down.
I can only imagine.
I was just walking in the hallway and all of a sudden I just feel someone blew by me and
She came at Mr. Wilson's and sat on one of his chairs and broke it.
She called me, she was a sub for your class one day last year, she called me a bitch.
No, that's Kingdom Mill.
Same lady
You
who
guys need to-
came to back to school night for Friday.
It's her?
Yes, that's her.
Why'd she get her?
Because I said, I had a wrestler. in my
Suppose he said
class.
shit in class.
No, I said, I told the kid to sit his ass down.
Don't. That should be my.
You know my wrestler, I want to talk to you that way, I want to talk to you that way. But this girl was in class, and she might come and say, oh,
You
because you cursed in
talked
class. What?
You talked to us that way.
Who even was
Everyone
that?
said you curse all the time, I'm like, what do I say?
Well, no, you tell us
It's
it's
probably like, he rushed in the mic.
Hey, tell me to shut the hell up.
And how's that make you feel?
Awesome.
It makes me feel
That's why you encourage people to swim, because they don't have to listen to you when you're drowning underwater. I do that with you, the joke.
Yes, he does. He blocks you from the sleep.
I literally couldn't find where I left off.
Why are you so weird? 19, he's going to be here.
We're talking about money. Doria.
No, and like the,
I'm
she was obsessed
obsessed
with
with it.
Victorian era.
It's scary. No, it's
Mario.
Oh, that's, what's that? Look,
Like, you're her best friend.
here's my,
Like,
He doesn't like you.
hold on, here's the thing. How old are you guys now, 14, 15?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't help it when he goes and he comes out with his towel out of the shower, like.
Hold on, he's still, I'm not saying now, but 50 years from now, would that make a difference?
No.
It's only now.
My parents
Between the
are
ages
7 years
of
apart.
10 and 20, the age difference can only be 4 years. You can't have a 10-year-old going out with a 14-year-old. I mean, that's just wrong. So there are laws on the books for certain groups of people. I'm not saying, but 20 years from now, 3 years, 5 years, is no big deal. I mean, if a guy's 25, girl's 20, do you see anything wrong with that?
No,
That's what Coral's hoping.
that's
How
what I
about 4? That's what I mean, you never know later on. No, Mikey's a nice guy.
He does not hate me, she's just saying that to piss me off.
He had a really bad problem with his leg.
Yeah, I
He
know.
said, "Oh, my God, take his leg off."
That was my sister's cat.
I know.
Jassie's older brother.
Got,
I'm best friends with the sister, so I like seeing
Oh,
him.
that's.
I feel like it's easy. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, Hold on. That's
That's old.
Something. The other was called on his leg, and then down, like,
Stats.
That's what it was, and
Yeah.
it's down.
Yeah, exactly right.
I know
Bad
someone,
infections cover all the infections.
I know someone who had a bruise on their heel and then they got strep throat and they had to get their heel back.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
They like put, they
Here's like circle.
and had to get like the infection or something.
And he just.
So someone.
And he's like, I was like, 14. So she told me
They get
it's
this back?
20. I was like, I don't think so.
Will they get this back?
And then I was like,
Someone drew a candy gram with my name on it and sent it to Justin.
he was like, no, I'm not.
He's
That's
lying.
why she doesn't know.
Yeah, he is, but that's why we sent it to him.
I heard you were May. I didn't know.
And she, it said like, it said I keep you in a hallway, so you're cute.
Yeah.
And he put it on his thing, that's the one thing, yes.
What is it?
He did?
We're like,
I didn't know about it.
So,
Okay.
say you got it, say, I heard you got a candy gram, my girl, no.
No, we're gonna go to lunch. All right. Keep it out. Yo, where's Hannah? I haven't seen her.
She's the one that got from
Is she? All right, now, real quick. I take you 3 minutes. So turn around. If you want. I'm scared to get bed. Scared to get this going.
That's very true, though.
Right, that happens in rough.
I heard the children's like.
Yes, that happened in Shallot.
Yes, in the shower, that's what
And they got arrested.
Wait, here?
They got arrested.
Uh,
That's what she made the comment about that goofy thing earlier. I said, you can go to jail for that because there's difference. No. Not United States. I got it. Now, real quick, I'll do the first one, I'll cut it off, second one will go when we come back. All you know about this first one is a what? What's it called, A? No, the first one. Centroid. And how do you find your centroids? Center right there.
Median.
You use the what?
Distance from
Midpoint.
The medians. So what's a median?
Add it up and divide it.
You go from a vertex to midpoint of the opposite side. Alright, that's in Suter, you ready? That's all a median does. Let me get it out for
Is
you.
a median one word or is it like a median?
One word, median.
median.
Think about median grade, your average grade. So if I have 3 of these, here's what's so special about it. It's like the second one we did. There's really no work to do. This point would be easy.
Yeah.
Very good. This point, here's what I have to realize, is 2/3 the way distance to the opposite side. So this value is 2, that value would be what? Very good. That means the whole distance would be 3, very good. You see that? This distance is 2/3 the way to the opposite side. It does nothing else besides that. And I'm gonna show you something special with all these points when we get done. So if the whole thing is 12, 12 and 12, yeah. Let's just go from this point to this point. What's 2/3 of 12? 8, and then this part would be,
25.
that's all it does. You got that, Zeb?
Yeah, sure.
So for my centroid, my 3 medians give me that point, and what's so special about that point, it's 2/3 of the way to the opposite side. That's it, there's nothing more to do with that problem than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When we come back, we have something to do with the altitudes of a triangle, so I got one problem to put in your notebook, that you guys have in the summer for Friday. I clean up for lunch, plus we got our minutes done. Man, control your food. Hey, how do you know you're on the food? I was like sending foods all the time.
Matt, you've never said.
I sent one to Matt Brown and he threw it out.
Did you, man?
He's so mean. I sent him a candy gram and he threw it
Last
out.
one sits, last one out. I'll call mom. Grab a comment.
And Lou's got
I'm gonna tell you, you're older than the other kid. Yeah, you're younger.
I don't know.
Did you and Lindsay plan on going to school together?
Oh, you're live streaming?
I just wanted to say something.
On that one.
Jeez, shit, it's a lot.
All about that kind of thing.